All right, so we just got the bills, met him, really cool dude. He's got some really cool stuff. This is kind of like venturing into his little car world back here. He's definitely out in the country here.
Yeah.
He's, it's kind of his private collection, but he is selling stuff. So if there's anything someone's interested in, what we'll have you do is get a hold of Shawn, because this guy doesn't really want to have to talk to people, negotiate.
These are the more of his seller ones, from what I've heard, is most of the like super nice ones.
So these are ones he's definitely wanting to get rid of up through here.
Most of the ones on the carports.
Okay, so you got like a 70s Pontiac Bonneville.
73 right here.
Yeah.
400 car. Apparently, from what I've heard, it might run because
this one, the interior's pretty decent in it.
Yeah, Shawn said it needs rings, which I mean, you'd only know that if it ran. But this one is, if someone's looking for a funky 70s boat.
I was gonna say, it's actually, other than a little bit of rust here and there, it's actually not too terrible. And you got a big.
These are popular. It's the same chassis as the Impala, the same years.
And then you got the Chrysler here. I couldn't tell you the year. Shawn's better at that, but he is
mid to late.
He got over here and he started immediately negotiating deals on some cars. So yeah, that one, the doors are either locked or they're just froze up. Couldn't open it. But
two-door funky 70s Mopar.
Yeah, it's got the key in the trunk. Last on the road, I guess 87. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that opens. Looks like he's storing suspension parts in there. Looks like the interior and it's pretty complete.
Got a Bel Air.
4-door sedan here. Yeah. Bel Air. And then I like this.
1980 service.
It's 80. It's got the square headlight. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It actually looks pretty decent shape too.
Heavy door sag. You need some new hinges.
See if I can open up and look in there. Hopefully the door doesn't fall off like that car over at Shawn's.
Oh, it's a AC truck.
Nice.
AC auto.
Was this Silverado?
Yeah.
Hey, that truck came from me.
Oh, what's that?
That truck came from me.
It came from you?
Yeah, it was one of mine.
Really?
I got that from the Bandit Ice Factory in Killeen.
Really? An Ice Factory clean.
Really solid.
All right, so Shawn, you know a little history on some of the cars, so you'll have to kind of tell us what we're looking at here. So that came from an ice factory in Killeen, and you traded it to him for, what did you get for it?
Got like this wrecked, like 07 Yukon that I parted out.
And then we kind of looked at these cars. Any special stories on these that you know
I
of?
think he got this one from one of the scrap yards in
Okay,
town.
so he saved a lot of these.
Yeah, that's why the roof's boogered up on it.
Ah, okay.
Brenham.
Okay.
Not that those are very special, but the Gold Tahoe and the Pewter Suburban, those came from me.
Okay.
73 Pontiac Montana.
And the Pontiac's got a really nice interior in there.
Yeah, somebody needs to buy that car.
Yeah. Do you know how much he's?
$1,500.
$1,500. Does that have a title?
Yes.
Okay.
400 car.
And this is cool little. No, this is more his stuff. He's not wanting to sell.
He doesn't. This is nice stuff. It's dust covered, but it's nice.
But we can look at it, right? It's just not, this stuff under these sheds probably isn't for sale. This is a cool wagon here.
He's got like.
I know he's got. I think I told you he's gonna have stuff you're gonna like.
The coolest collection.
Now, this is really nice. Yeah, I see why he's got these under cover versus the stuff sitting out. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see up in here, but it's really nice little shed. And then
more over here.
he's got some. What's he got? Holden over here?
That's a Holden, and that's a Valiant Ute. Those are both Australian.
Oh yeah. So we got a Valiant Ute from Australia and a Holden from Australia. Still got the Australian plate on there. Yeah. And you've got an Australian car, so y'all got the hook up on getting the Australian cars.
Yeah.
Do you know any of the history on these, how they end up in the States, or they just imported?
Oh, same container as my Holden.
Okay. Oh, the same container. Whoa, almost fell. Okay.
Oh, is this from Montana?
That's nice.
It is. They were gonna crush this one.
You know what's this big? You know what this big black car is?
That's a '66 Newport.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Somebody actually, this car. I don't know if he might have taken it out already. This has slant 6 in it. Somebody was trying to turbo.
This.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Goofy, right?
Factory set?
No. This would have been like. This would have been 33.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And then the Rebel's cool.
Yeah, the Rebel's a survivor from Montana.
Man. Look at this.
Yeah.
A heater, block heater probably.
Block heater.
Yeah. You need those a lot down here, Texas.
Oh, more Cadillacs and
Oh
Polaris.
yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so.
These parts cars, bro?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Oh, we got
some of that stuff's not as bad as you would think. I think
subframe here of a Mopar,
that's
looks
a South
like.
Dakota car right there. That one's
Really?
not that horrible.
I was gonna say I don't know what I can make off of.
See the big Dodge?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah, Cadillac.
A lot of money right now. Some of it, the Cadillac.
Man, big Dodge.
That he had one. The car looked like the Chrysler New Yorker. He's got one.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
It's
about.
like a Dodge wagon, 90s truck.
New Yorker at my house.
Stuff shoved everywhere out here.
Yeah, they like the front end. It looks like it's scored by Chevy.
It does. That's
Yeah,
what
look at that.
Another caddy.
That's about my favorite one.
Bus. Wow.
With a bunch of plates all
Yeah, plates piled all over it. That's cool. And what is this front clip to here?
That is a C-body
So
stud
big.
frame.
Yeah, big Mopar.
It's like hot cars.
Wow,
That's
that is
actually
cool.
well, it's the same as that car right there.
The blue one.
Oh, okay,
That's
wow.
off an HPD car.
That came off
Wow.
an old HPD
Really?
75 Royal
Houston police
Monaco.
car. That
Yeah,
is
the rest
really
of the
cool.
car's in the back.
Oh, wow, that is cool.
So I'm trying to. I sold the drivetrain out of it. I'm going to try to save the chassis because it has some special pleat stuff on it. It's got the stiffener there. It's a pleat stiffener right there. It's got another strap right here.
Oh, cool.
It's got the heavy duty hubs on it and some of the police fleet package.
This literally has cop motor, cop suspension.
It does. I sold the cop motor. It now has a motor home.
Oh, okay.
Motorhome 140.
Motorhome motor. Well, motorhome motor, cop suspension, cop everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna go in the red coupe.
That's my plan.
Yeah, the
for
red,
it.
Okay.
the red 74 Fury coupe, which almost looks like a fire department car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got it.
Came from a wrecking yard in Atoka, Oklahoma.
This one?
Oh no, the red one.
The
right
red
there.
one, okay.
This one was Marble Falls.
Marble Falls, okay, that's a pretty part of the
That
state.
is a two-door 68 Fury 2. That is a no production car.
Oh, no.
They did not make a lot of two-door sedans in those years. Hardtops I could find.
Okay, but not a two-door sedan.
Most cars, not that common.
And two-door post is the lightest version, so if you wanted to soup it up.
Usually sell in the most restorable.
I would think they
Okay.
did this version too. I
Yeah,
think
they're
a little
they're
less
bit more
flex.
rigid.
Wow. That's solid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not bad. Most of the stuff I see from that part of Texas is not great. This car actually
Yeah.
looks
it's
well.
all right. It's not. It has a few little.
It's good enough for you.
It's about right. Well, it's not.
Wow.
Don't abuse me too badly. Look, I would take rust-free stuff.
Oh, I know. This thing's not bad.
I'm dealing with what entropy has left
I
me.
like this Grand Fury here. What happened to the windshield on this thing?
I don't know. I'm thinking it was the.
That came from a little town in Oklahoma, and it probably involved. I remember.
Maybe that's what happened when you didn't get it running quick.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Somebody-
It looked like
somebody
someone.
attacked
It
it.
looks like someone beat the hell out of it.
Yeah.
That is a cool car. I mean, that is
Yeah.
nice.
I'm determined that that one's going to see the road.
I would think so. It is really a sharp car. Really well put together.
It's got a clear title. These things are so rare and they're so rust prone.
good. Oh yeah.
Oh, really? The rust prone? This one doesn't have any rust.
No, it's nice. That's why you go to Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's true.
I got this right over literally a mile over the state line.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Sherman Country Club.
Yeah, it was in Cartwright, Oklahoma.
I had to get Shawn
Oh,
to
it's got the-
out of the state. I said, Shawn, get that car. I don't want to go to Oklahoma.
I bought it. I was gonna buy it anyway. I always gotta bait you.
I'm sorry. What was the story on this one?
This
I
one,
was too enamored with that
this
one.
is this man. He's been looking for a '74 Fury coupe for a long time.
Okay.
And this was in the background of a car for sale on Facebook.
Oh.
It's an odd car. This thing was in Atoka, Oklahoma, at a salvage yard, and it was left for dead, and it
Wow.
actually has a chance of coming back.
And I see,
straight in my soul.
and I see y'all get your forklifts from the same place.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got the same.
Mine's an IH case. This is a Int whistle.
Okay.
So his has a Cummins, mine has a Perkins.
So, talking about cars that I would be able to afford if I wanted something. Color me surprised, but you actually said this came from a junkyard?
Oh yeah, I know. It's hard to
It's-
tell.
That came from R&R Salvage.
It's got 600 or 700
It looks
dents on it.
It looks like it's ready to go to Sweden to be turned into them slab cars, or whatever the hell they call
This
them.
is him coming into the scrapyard and getting sad that somebody threw this out, and then bringing it in to get whatever's good on it, which is not much, but it's some
Not a
stuff.
lot,
This one
but
had a small block that was worth having.
Okay.
It had a power glide, which is worth something
Yeah.
to export. The bumpers weren't bad. The grill was.
it's a good year. It's got that going for it. That's about it.
I got it kind of a parts car on that one.
Okay,
I'm a two-door
yeah.
post guy, so that's
Okay.
It's got some bits of money.
And this was the same year, right?
Yeah, 65.
Wow, this is a nice one here.
That's that one came from Montana.
Wow.
That was I wheeled a deal for years before I finally got.
Oh, really? You had to work for this one.
Yeah, it was a friend of mine, Monty Dobson.
Oh, nice.
Hard guy to deal with, but I finally got it.
Wow. Is this a Bel Air?
Biscayne.
Biscayne, okay. So base model in that year?
Yep.
Okay.
It's the Biscuit.
Yep, right there,
It
Biscayne.
was a 6-cylinder, 3-speed column shift. I think it had a 307 when I got it. I told him he could keep that.
Okay.
And I built a little small block for it. Just got it to where it'll move under its own power, but it got whacked in the rear. So I
Oh,
had
no.
quarter panel, front floor, back bumper, deck lid, all that.
Oh, wow.
What I like about this one, though, there's actually support for this thing. I can get correct interior for it. Which
Oh,
is
nice. Oh, that's cool.
I don't have to get an upholstery shop to improvise all of it, which means this thing can actually look pretty close to what it did when it was new.
That's cool. It's definitely worth doing it too, because this is a really sharp car here.
I took advantage of the support they've got for this thing. I needed one of the quarter windows. Turns out they make those. They make an almost full quarter panel for it, which I took advantage of. The trunk floor pieces, they make all that.
Wow, it's solid floors.
It's not bad. I've discovered that mice have been taking up residence.
Yeah, I noticed there's definitely some evidence
That's
of
new.
mice.
I'm fixing to get a yard cat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Get them evicted. That's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good looking car.
Yeah, that's.
And then you can park wherever you want and you just take your own meter with you.
I found the scrapyard.
Oh, did you? That's funny.
I immediately have flashbacks to the Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, really?
The opening scene of Cool Hand Luke.
Okay, I've seen the movie. I don't remember the opening scene. It's been a few years.
That's when he's twirling around and around with the pipe cutter, decapitating all the meters.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Police pull up and go, boy, you're in a lot of trouble.
That's funny. That's a good movie.
It's a great opening scene. No, you don't really know why he's doing it, or it's, I don't know, it's a good enigmatic.
And what is the body up here, the green one?
This is a 74 Fury Coupe. I just picked it up as a parts car.
Oh, okay.
The Derby guys didn't like it because it had too much rust on the lower structure. I wanted it because it's a coupe and it's got some hard to find parts on it. The doors, the glass, the things that make it a coupe. So
Oh, yeah.
I traded some subframes that they would use on a Derby car.
Okay.
An even swap.
Oh, okay.
With a bit of a drive.
Oh, wow. Well,
But yeah, it's
got a few good parts, yeah.
yeah, it's going to get moved around back at some point.
Oh.
I've got a dream of finding a good 74 Fury Coupe.
Oh, okay.
That one's close to being nice. This one's junk.
Yeah. Hey, but you never know what parts you might need.
But I preemptively purchase parts cars generally before I get the real
Oh,
one.
that might be what I'm doing. Except for I'm trying to restore them. What is it, 61 Cadillac?
62. You were
62.
real close there.
I'm usually about a year off.
Related.
Okay. Yeah, even through the dust, you can tell this one's a nice one.
This one, I painted it, new weather strips, windshield. I bogged down on the interior on this one, and the mice have paid a visit to this one as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This was a South Dakota car, Buck Hills.
Okay.
And it wasn't rusty, but it did see some hail.
Oh, okay.
That's a pretty common thing around. Solid car though.
Yeah, it is. Really pretty.
Thing for the 61s and 62 Coupe de Ville's really good looking cars.
Wow.
That is a 60 Buick.
That is a really cool car there.
That's going to be Bill Mitchell's little baby. He nursed this thing through as kind of his own little design. If you look at this car, you will actually notice a couple of things.
It's got some clothes in there.
Yeah, it's got the like a band.
4-door sedan, yeah.
The speedometer on it. It was a rust-free car. This one came from Grants Pass.
Oh, Oregon.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It was unusually nice.
Yeah.
If you look at the C2 Corvette, you'll see that this thing was designed by the same guy. You'll recognize the spear on the
Oh,
hood.
yeah.
You'll recognize the split back bumper, which was a Corvette theme. This one predates it.
Oh, wow.
These, if you think that this looks oddly similar to the B-52 jet pods that used to hang under the wings,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's because I think that's where that actually came from.
Really? Oh, that is neat.
Pretty cool.
That is cool. It is wild style, but it's really cool. This is quite an attention grabber, either at a car show or on the road.
This is one of those. I love these so much. I don't care how many doors they've got on them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're cool cars.
I'm getting more. As older I get, the more appreciation I have for the four-door cars. Anyways, just because of
nicer
uniqueness.
versions of them and unrestored versions of them, which is nice because it's a pain to go in after everybody's crummy restorations and bog and bad patch.
Yeah,
and stuff like
that's
these.
exactly
Nobody
right.
cared about these things enough to dork them up.
Yeah, because if you're finding these, they're usually in good shape.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they're selling them as a fixed up car. They're usually nice originals. They're not even usually that restored. Whereas two doors, they're all, like you said, over years been butchered back together. Yeah, so, but yeah, that's cool. And that is original paint and everything, so you can tell it's not hiding anything.
Yeah, it's an honest car.
Wow. And then,
I like those.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. And then this Plymouth is really nice.
C-body. I've got a thing for 68 Furies. This is a Fury fat top.
Wow.
Or Fury mattress top.
Mattress top, yeah. Like the train sheets. The interior is pretty much all original right there, huh?
I had all that stuff recovered.
Oh, did you? Okay. Wow.
Did the headliner? Yeah,
Yeah, it's got a headliner.
Seats.
Wow. After the sun's not helping us, but I can guarantee you it's all there and very nice.
This one came from Lander, Wyoming.
Okay, so your cars are quite
Oh, they're from all over.
varied from all over the place. Yeah.
Travel a lot. Yeah, it was a fairly rust-free car. Long story on that one. This was originally a 318 car. I turned it into a 383.
Okay.
And put a 4-speed overdrive in it.
Oh,
Turned it into
nice.
a stick shift.
Oh, wow.
And it took a while, but I finally pulled it off.
And are those cars from Australia, those are the only foreign cars you have, or you have others
Yeah,
you brought
that's
in?
it.
Okay.
That's it.
But as far as American cars, you got them from everywhere.
Those are the only imports I've got because they're very Western.
Yeah, yeah. And then the 59 Chevy,
59 Chevy.
custom
That was,
grill, huh?
Custom grill I made.
And custom louvers too, huh?
Yeah, this was that was my baby for a long time. I've had that one. I've had this car in one form or another since '91.
Oh, okay.
I bought this from an old man named Meldon Soap
Oh, wow.
on 59 in Carthage
Okay.
for $600.
Oh, wow.
And I've swapped the body on it. The body came from a car in Wenatchee, Washington.
Oh, okay.
The clip came. I changed it over and over, and then I finally painted it, restored it, and never drove it.
Oh, wow. I did that. I have a 72 Blazer. Couldn't wait to get it restored. I was going to drive it all the time, and I probably put 500 miles on it in 10 years as it's been done.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Wow. It's still pretty.
It was a test mule for all my goofy Chevrolet drivetrain ideas.
Oh, really?
It's had
Okay.
several different drivetrains in it. I traveled in this thing a lot. It's been all over the States.
Oh. Is this custom or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sandblaster and tape.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Much to the protest of my father. It's supposed to be an ivory insert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is really neat. I like the subtle touches you do with this.
Yeah, it was kind of a custom. The glass on this thing. If you remember when O'Reilly's first came to town, they had a green storefront glass that they used.
Yeah.
So I got quarter plate cut out of that same glass
Oh,
and had
okay.
it tempered.
I did notice that.
So that's all custom glass.
Oh, wow.
It's got reverse wheels that I made for it.
Oh, yeah.
Those are because it's got a bunch of little things.
Wow.
It's a really nice restoration.
It is pretty. Just sits.
It just sits.
Yeah, that's what most
Because I've
car
got too
guys.
much stuff.
You got a lot of stuff. A lot of interesting stuff too. Like the Polara, you got a little two-door Blazer too. That's cool. Or Tahoe, whatever they call them.
The Tahoe is a Border Patrol unit.
Oh, really?
That was a fleet guy.
So obviously from South Texas or
Yeah,
West
and
Texas.
it had the South Texas powdery beige dust all over it. It's been over the hill and through the woods.
Wow, I bet.
It's
Probably.
chasing people. I think it was a K9 unit, best I
Oh,
know.
okay. Wow.
This one came from Las Vegas. I repainted it back to its original color.
Oh, nice.
It runs. I just
It's
don't drive it.
383.
383.
Wow.
It's actually got a decent interior.
There we go. Oh yeah.
Really nice.
Wow. You
I had to
opened up
redo all that. This power window
Really
car, so it had a little bit of option to it.
Mm.
That is a single wheel 1-ton Chevrolet panel truck. Run them up in Nevada.
And then you got a couple of.
I'm a pro car guy, man. I like pro cars. This is 64.
That is cool.
Miller Meteor.
That is cool. Oh, I want to pass up these real fast. I love the stickers on the back of this.
Yeah, that tracked my my trip back from Alaska. This is Alaska.
Oh, you got it from Alaska? What part of Alaska?
Anchorage, Junkyard.
Okay.
Yeah, this was back in 2000.
And what year is it? This is
66.
66 Newport. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one's a local car. I see it's got San Jacinto.
Yeah, that's a Conroe rig, best I can tell. For some reason, this has a Roadrunner 383 in it.
Oh, wow.
Out of a B-body. And what it's doing in this car, I have no idea.
Let's see if I can get an interior shot real fast.
It's a rust bucket.
Is it?
Probably a parts car at best. I still haven't opened the trunk on this.
Wow.
This thing is a mystery. I opened the hood.
All type of stuff in there.
Red 383 in it. I'm going, wait a minute. Why is this motor red? That's odd.
Oh.
And then it had B-body exhaust manifolds on. I'm like, well, those don't go. And then I saw the air cleaner cap.
I see it from here.
Yeah, the Roadrunner. Roadrunner 383. And it's like, oh, that's weird.
So you drove this one back from Alaska?
Yeah, this is the driver. Yeah, that's,
wow. Give you any problems?
Worn out, but it bringing. I brought this back in 08.
Oh wait, did you give you any problems on the way back?
Yeah.
No, even with the elevation changes and everything, it was good?
No.
You think it's still...
It still runs. It's tired.
Just worn out a little bit. Wow. That's cool.
It wasn't really rusty at the time. I haven't looked at it in a while. But yeah, it was a lot of wheel time on that guy.
Now, how did you get into the hearses? How did you get these?
Oh, I'm a pro car guy. I like them.
Okay, so any professional car you're good into?
Shawn was on Facebook. This thing popped up in Amarillo while we happened to be on Interstate 40.
Okay.
And he said, this thing just came up. I said, Shawn, call. He's got his face down in his phone.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, Shawn, the world's going by, man.
Yeah.
We just went through, we just came through Albuquerque. Like, get you out of your phone and look around, yeah?
Yeah.
So he's got his head in his phone. He said, Bill, this thing just came up.
Wow.
A few minutes ago, I said, call him now. Tell him.
Hey, thanks for keeping your head in your phone.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I said, tell him we're about 3 hours away on Interstate 40.
And you'll be there.
And we'll give him the money right now.
Wow. And was it, certainly when it was in use, it wasn't pink or whatever this is.
This is a high build primer. Apparently,
oh, okay.
media blasted this thing and put it in primer, and I need to paint this.
Oh, okay. And then how'd you end up getting this one?
This is a 71 Superior, and this was a friend of mine that lives up in Bladewater.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of owed me a favor for bailing his tuchus out of the fire, so I demanded that he sell me his 71 Superior.
And this is actually, I thought it was a hearse too, but is it an ambulance?
This is a combo. This did double duty.
So if you made it, great. If you didn't, well, we got the car for you, right?
You gotta think, man, back in the day, they show up with this and like, wait.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I think I'm all right. I think I can put some weight on my leg, man.
Yeah.
Let's not be so hasty. If this guy shows up.
This is just straight up, yeah, you're done.
Yeah,
you didn't make it.
The Landau, which I mean, it doesn't have a quarter windows.
Okay.
Generally dedicated hearse. So ones that have, this will be a limo style.
Okay.
These usually do double duty, and they're usually called a combo. And that's when the hearse company and the ambulance were kind of one and the same.
Okay.
And this is towards the end. That quit being a thing by the mid '70s.
Okay.
There was some legislation that caused those things to become separate. But
so if you go in one of these and you know the hospital's the right and they take a left, it's over. You just start praying now, right?
That's right.
Wow, they're both cool, and I love the '70. I love that year Cadillac. That's one of the years I really dig. That's cool.
It's the first, 71 is the first year for the redesign on the B bodies. That's across the board. They were the best versions of them. They kind of got dorked up with government bumpers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they were definitely messing with the styles back then.
They had to retrofit all these awful things onto the cars, and they suffered for them. This is what they were supposed to look like.
Yes,
so when you see a 71 Coupe de Ville, that's what the designers had in mind. When you see a 76, like,
yeah, they just kind of afterthought
we
of them.
had to do this. They made me do this.
They're just like, I don't know, weld a rubber bumper and stuff on there. I'm just gonna look in the interior of this old Border Patrol truck real fast. A little dark in here, might not be able to see much, but yeah, back strip it. Oh, do you? I wanted one of these 90s two-door Tahoes so bad when I was in high school. Oh man, I wanted one. Looks like all the badging and stuff's been taken off. I don't see any original badging, although I do see hints of it maybe when it was in its commercial life, because probably whatever lights would have been in there, they probably had to patch over. Like the garage wall art. I always say on an old crappy car I'm going to cut something off and put on the one. Never do. Old Dodge man grill. Oh, here we go. Yeah, man, this is a. I didn't notice you turn the lights on. This is a long van.
Yeah, that's a single wheel one time.
Okay, wow. This thing is huge. Damn. This looks, you convert it into a motorhome. It smells like ether. You can't see much, but it smells like ether in here. Probably because that gas can's right there. An ice truck, okay.
Hence the steel floor and the insulation and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Underneath that steel floor is a wood floor that hasn't seen the light of day since '65.
Oh, wow. That's quite the handle on the back there. Okay, yeah, now I see where it's insulated up.
Yeah, that's a guess at what it was.
Okay.
It's insulated. They were delivering meat or ice or something.
Something they had to keep cold.
So in Winnemucca, I could see where that would have value.
Yeah, that's true. That's really neat. Oops, sorry.
Goofy latch on that thing.
Yeah, this is an interesting latch.
Yeah, it's a cool little truck.
It is cool. Yeah, you turn the light on, I'm like, geez, I had no clue it was that long until you turn the light on.
Well, that's the two examples. The half tons short wheelbase, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
That one came from Montana. That was a restoration. I drove it for a long time. I'm probably going to sell that thing.
Okay.
Believe it or not, this thing would clean up really well.
We get a lot of people on YouTube watch these, and actually the last time I posted video on Shawn's, a couple people bought something. So do you know what you'd want for this one if you were to sell it?
Oh man, I'm probably 10-ish.
10-ish. It's a 60 or 61?
This is actually 63. It's a 5
Okay.
lug. It's got disc brakes. It's got a later model 10-bolt rear end. I opted to put the earlier model 6061 bird bath hood on it.
Okay.
Which is funny. If you drive one of these things, you'll find out why they call it a bird bath hood. However, since I've had it left to my tender mercies, this thing rotted.
Oh
right
yeah.
up here.
Little spot right there's not good.
And they did some on the other side.
Yeah, probably.
A pillar needs to be addressed. Fortunately,
Okay.
they are starting to have some support for these things.
Oh, okay. That's
But
good.
this, underneath all this
All
burn
that dust is
finder,
a
is actually a
paint job.
really nice paint job. That was a 64 caddy color. I
Oh,
think.
nice.
Lime green poly and parchment two-tone.
Wow.
In this one, I did the same thing on this one where I used the green
Oh, windows.
plate, tempered quarter plate.
Oh, nice.
All the back doors, front doors, wing window.
Damn.
All the rubbers are new, weather stripping's new.
So it's been gone through at least one point.
Yeah.
You're really good at restoring cars and then letting them sit out here.
I move on to the
I was gonna say, yeah. I guess
it's an affliction.
It's for you. It's about bringing it back, huh?
I think the trick is probably selling them before they go bad.
Oh yeah.
Because I had a dirt floor in here and it tended to stay wetter than I wanted it to, and I've been retrofitting a concrete floor into this thing.
Oh, that's just the problem. I've had a lot of my stuff's been stored the last 20 years in sheds with no concrete, and that moisture just comes right up. Yeah.
That's hurt me pretty bad. It's caused me to sell things otherwise I wouldn't have sold.
Yeah. And then I guess this is a cop car here, huh?
Yeah, this is another Alaska car. Saved this one out of a junkyard.
Oh, nice.
They were starting to part it out.
Oh, wow.
I came to pull the dashboard out of it.
Oh, really?
I pulled dashboards out of OBS's, ship them down here and sell them as a side hustle, and I started pulling this one out. I went, ooh, this has a rubber floor in it. That's kind of cool. I started looking at it. I'm like, whoa, that's a fleet car. I want that.
Oh, wow.
And it's a two-wheel drive for some reason, which is unusual up there.
So you were at a junkyard in Alaska when you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got it running right where it sat and drove it out.
Oh, wow.
I asked the guy that owned it, has anybody ever done this before? He said, nope, that's a first.
Like, I got a guy from Texas. He'll be up here to buy a bunch of stuff. You want to haul some stuff down from Alaska? So and then we're back to more of your parts cars here, huh?
Yeah, that one just came fresh from Montana.
This is not really a parts car.
It's not?
I'm not wanting to party out now.
It's too nice.
Is it?
Well, it's funny. This thing went from being crushed as soon as they could get to it to, all right, I'll take that as a parts car, to, maybe I won't part it out.
Oh, wow. Well, it's definitely got a lot of parts in it.
Yes, we stuffed
We
it.
haven't even gone through this thing yet. I don't know what's in it. There's gonna be all kinds of cool stuff. in that
There's
thing.
some stuff I haven't been. I've been through the trunk.
Dang.
It's not rusty. That's a 66 Fury Poly 318. 3 on the tree, stick shift.
I love that. This is not an abandoned car. Steal this car. You don't like the way I drive. My other car is a Rolls Royce. Some cool bumper stickers. Let's see what this has got. What the hell? I'm in no hurry. I'm on my way to work. Nice.
Monty
Those are
Dobson,
cool.
the guy that ended up with this car, told me that it was a bunch of miners that commuted in this
Oh,
thing. Probably
okay.
back and forth to Butte.
Oh, okay.
So this car bombed up and down Interstate 90 with a bunch of miners.
Oh, wow. And is this original here?
Yeah.
Wow. That's really neat the way they put it on the bumper like that.
Yeah. Novel.
That is neat. Yeah, it's a pretty solid car. I mean, first glance, you're like, oh, it's pretty rough. And then you start looking at it, it's like, no, it's actually pretty
People like
straight little
patina
car.
stuff now.
Yeah, this is nice.
And it's funny, all this rust on it, that's just since it's been in Texas.
Yeah, sir. Oh, really? Yeah, and it's still
It's brand new rust.
new rust.
Somebody buy it quick before it gets worn.
There you go. If you were to sell it, what do you think you'd want to get for that?
What did I get for that, Shawn? Did I get papers on it?
I think you did give me something.
1800-ish? And I only ask because you never know who's watching
Yeah,
it.
that's
They'd be
actually
interested
it's a
in.
good builder car.
It is, yeah. It's,
Somebody could make this thing.
Yeah, 1800.
Look, I'm not a big
Okay.
Poly 318 guy, but throw it out. Put a
Yeah.
Okay.
put an LA 318 in it. Put a 383 in it.
Yeah.
Put a Magnum motor in it. Those things can be made to run.
So you got another Mopar back here?
That one got saved from the Derby guys. This car.
Oh, really? It was going to be a derby car.
Yeah, this came from same location in Montana, and this is the mark of death right here, which means don't crush it right now because we're going to sell it as a derby car,
Really?
and we'll crush it later.
So in Montana, the red spot means
At this yard, that was the
to be sold.
That was the scarlet.
Wow.
Well, look here. The good news is that red dot kept it from being crushed.
Well, that's true because they would have
then-
crushed it probably within a month or so.
Yeah, I managed to ransom it out, but I had to pay derby prices for it.
And what year was that you ended up buying this?
This one 2 years ago.
Oh, so it was recent.
2022.
Well, I made the deal for this car probably about 8 years ago.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like
The fella
1997.
died, and they started wiping his yard out. And I talked to his wife. I'm like, hey, we talked about buying that car. Give me a crack at it.
Okay, wow.
So I've been eyeballing this thing for a long time.
I'm surprised they're. I mean, I guess junkyard guys don't necessarily care if they're more of a scrapyard, but that's an old
This
car.
guy would not have derbied the car, but once he died, the
Did it-
derby guys moved in, and
Wow.
so
So
they wiped out a lot of stuff like this. It was
You can
solid.
see they weren't gentle with it.
Yeah,
No.
they picked it up.
They
with
destroyed the
power
drive
cords.
shaft.
so up there, you could go to a derby today and see 60s, early
Oh, yeah.
70s car. Wow, that's sad. I would
Yes,
break my
yeah.
heart to see that. I would like
Oh, yeah.
not be happy to see that.
It's,
Wow.
Yeah, it's disturbing for
Wow,
sure.
that's a shame. Well, glad this one got saved. I'm sure there's a lot of others that we'd not be happy if we knew we were getting crushed.
For 66 Chrysler C bodies, and this
I
is
see why,
This is
yeah.
the 4-door sedan version of the one that I drove down from Alaska.
Okay, yeah, that is really
a
so.
little bit.
This is a really nice original too. Stuff. I like you got the Monaco up there. I guess did you use the crane here to get that?
No, I've got a forklift.
Oh, that forklift over there. Okay. Yeah, that actually looks decent from this angle.
That's not a bad car. That one came from San Antonio.
Okay.
That one that one was at a pick and pull.
Oh wow. So I'm surprised they'll actually sell you the whole car because they wouldn't do it when I was.
to another guy, and then I bought it from him.
Okay, and then
They had already punctured the gas tank, and the fluids out of it. And
wow,
it was going into the yard.
wow, and I guess
needed some parts for a 2-door hardtop I've got up in Alaska, so I borrowed some of its space.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then you got on a mid-60s Ford school bus here, huh?
Yeah, that's all parts for a 61 Cadillac Hooterville.
Oh, inside?
Yes.
Oh yeah, see all the fenders.
Yeah. That's another project that's stalled.
Wow, you got some upholstery and grill and everything in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you pull one of those things apart, there's a lot of pieces.
Wow. And then this is a pretty cool looking car here. Another.
That's a 60, was this an 8? Yeah, 68.
That's cool.
383 car. Rust bucket came from Brenham.
The same Brenham guy that Shawn got a lot of his stuff from?
Yes.
Okay.
We pulled a lot of cars out of the place, and they were all bad.
Yeah, I was surprised by it being Brenham. I mean, Brenham's better than most of Houston, and yeah, it was all rusty stuff.
It was out on Burles and clay. They were sunken into the ground.
Oh.
That was nasty.
Oh. So you get a lot of your stuff from Alaska. You do know there's states closer, right?
I know. That truck paid for its trip.
Was it loaded up when he brought it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moved somebody from Anchorage to Des Moines.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I filled this thing up with engine and transmission cores in Montana, and then drove it down here.
Oh, okay.
It made a couple rounds to Houston, and its work is done.
Okay. Now it's just a storage
Now
unit.
it's storage.
Wow. You know, little 90s F-150 there. Those were good looking trucks when they were new.
6-cylinder 5-speed.
Yeah. I remember when those were new.
Those are actually great trucks, and I'm not a Ford guy.
Yeah, I'm not a Ford either, but they're pretty cool. Oh, you got some more stacked stuff back here.
66 New Yorker, a 66 Fury wagon,
Wow.
some G-body, or some G-vans.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get a picture of the front of the mobile command. That thing's
Wait, no, that window in this thing, or that fits?
Ooh, square body.
it's a different.
Really?
It'll fit that 4-door hardtop over there.
Damn.
Wait, 2 different roof lines on these. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 2 more. I didn't even notice you had 2 more cars stacked back there.
67 Furies.
Oh, okay. Both of them?
Yep.
Wow. Man. This is the mobile command here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's mobile command / book mobile
Oh, really?
storage.
Make a hell of a vintage race car hauler.
It would.
Yeah, I wish the front. Well, get a picture of the front of that thing. It's kind of cool. It's an
Check this
international. It's a pusher. Isn't it?
Ooh, a little muddy.
No. It's
Oh, yeah, look at that
Oh,
thing.
really?
That is interesting. I guess last time I rode in the 90s, according to the plate.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's cool.
That is wild looking.
Open this thing up a long time.
Oh, there it goes. And do you know what it was a mobile command for?
Probably police or sheriff or something like that.
You know what?
Like an incident
department?
command. You know, I don't know.
Almost like SWAT, maybe?
Award, yeah.
Yeah.
They use them for that.
That's interesting.
And then it was. I kind of vaguely remember
Bookmobile? Yeah, maybe.
when I was a kid. I don't know.
Oh,
We had
okay.
to have libraries on wheels, but they did.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that was probably
That
back
was
in the
a
day.
thing for a while.
So this is probably what? You know the exact
early
year?
60s.
Early 60s, okay.
62, 3, something like
Wow.
that. I've seen a few of them.
It is interesting. The big high top on there and everything.
Yeah, I can stand up in it and walk around.
Oh, yeah.
Use it to store dashboards in when those come in.
Wow. And you got another. Oh, this is Suburban here.
Suburban 64, 5, 6.
Wow. Looks actually the body looks decent on it from this
This
angle.
one got rescued. This one would have been flattened already.
Really?
In fact, the yard this one came from is being wiped out as we speak.
Really? And where was that at?
Livingston, Montana.
Oh, in Montana. Wow.
Yeah, that's Mike Adams' place. They are wiping it out because there's not enough snow on the ground to keep Pacific out of there, so
Wow.
they are destroying irreplaceable cars right now.
Man. And this is interesting. What is it, old motorhome?
This is an Argosy, Airstream Argosy. So think Airstream on a Chevy 1-ton chassis.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say because at first I thought it was just an Airstream trailer until I saw no, it's actually a full-blown motor. It's
Self-propelled Airstream trailer.
there. Yeah. And this was on the road up till fairly recently, June of
I
16.
picked this up for my sister in Bullhead City
Okay.
and drove it home.
Really?
And she destroyed it.
What did she do to just not taking care of it?
She didn't like the way it was built, so she just gutted it. And
Oh,
like
okay.
most people never put it back together.
Oh wow.
And now I'm looking to get rid of it or part it out
Wow.
or junk it.
Wow. That's a shame.
454 and I think a fairly recently rebuilt Turbo 400.
Wow. You think that engine would run?
Yeah.
Wow. You trying to sell the whole thing?
Any way I could.
Oh.
It could go away.
Oh.
Mainly getting it out.
You got the front half. I guess these were motorhomes since there's the front
Yeah.
half of vans.
I go through a lot of motorhomes.
Oh, do you?
Sometimes it's easier just to leave the front halves together.
No, what do you get the motorhomes for the drivetrains and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, okay. And then we just get a dumpster and crush up the rest of it and scrap it out?
It takes me a day or two to process them out.
Okay.
Basically, you end up with fluff, aluminum, and scrap metal.
Oh,
scrap
okay.
steel, and it takes a while to separate them out.
Oh.
That's throttle body 454. That one's a 464. You know,
Oh, yeah.
low miles. This one's got like 20,000 miles.
Oh, goodness
on it.
sakes.
It's got like 40 or something.
Oh, wow. No stod the engines in them?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Once those are gone, I'll trash
And then
them.
the rest.
Or
Oh.
give them a shot.
But yeah, it's a good place to keep the engine
Yeah.
relatively dry. Yeah.
Until I do something with it or somebody buys them.
Oh. And this is a big truck here.
I bought this Mahia.
Okay. Yeah, I've been through there a few
Drove the hell
times.
out of this thing for many, many years. I hauled construction debris when I was in my early 20s.
Oh. And just think, if it's from Mahia, Anna Nicole Smith may have ridden in this truck.
Oh my goodness.
And that might increase the value. When it's time to sell, you know, just say,
Yeah.
you know, you never know.
Well, it could be.
I mean, no one can disprove that it didn't happen. Yeah. It's got some massive artillery looking wheels on there. What is that, a 2-ton, 3-ton?
2-ton.
Oh, 2-ton, okay.
Yeah.
And then I guess this is a late 60s, super early 70s.
This is a 1968 Ward body Chevrolet bus with a 366 tall deck, plus 5-speed.
You got a bunch of stuff stored in there. I don't even know how you'd open it, actually.
A lot in there. It's
No.
garbage mostly. It's a bunch of wood flooring.
Yeah, unfortunately can't see in, and nothing
There's
cool in there. But
nothing exciting in there.
nothing, okay. But it is a cool old
I like the
motorhome.
Ward bodies. They're
I know, motorhome,
galvanized.
but
They
yeah,
don't
bus.
rust a whole lot.
No.
And aesthetically, I like it because of this is the last year that had kind of the rounded end treatments on
Yeah,
the
that's-
roof, which I think is cool.
That is neat, yeah. And every now and then you'll still see the box trucks for this style front end. I'm like, man, that's
Yeah,
it's still around, huh?
that was a very popular design.
Yeah, it was.
That came off of it was the top of a mountain in Idaho.
Oh wow, okay.
Kuski, Idaho.
Oh wow.
Drove that back in December. It was cold. It had a bunch of windows knocked out of it.
And how long ago was that?
10 years ago.
Okay. So a lot of this stuff
12 years ago.
you've gotten relatively recently, meaning the last
Yeah.
10 to 20 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's
and some of it
it
even,
continues to evolve.
that's cool. And some of it even within the last year or two, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I see you got another utility truck back here. Was like an 80s Chevy.
It's a cool truck.
70s
That is
Chevy.
Up for grabs. This is an odd duck. This was a weird project.
GMC, huh?
You're a Chevrolet guy.
Oh yeah, I love
You may
Chevy
notice
GMC.
something strange about the frame on this if you study it for a second.
It looks like an OBS frame.
It is.
It is, okay.
And that's an OBS floor under the cab.
Okay, so
And the two actually grafted together very well.
really?
So this was a 3/4 ton chassis and floor, and then the floor was rusted on the cab. So
And
made
then
it
somebody
together.
was able to meld the cab and the front end from 70s on there.
Yeah,
Wow.
this was a project. This kept me out of the bar for a couple weeks.
And you
Yeah.
you did that. You put it
Yeah.
on there? Okay. Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get an interior shot. See if I can see the floor or not.
Yeah, there's basically there's this little panel inserts that fabricated to put it together.
Oh wow.
They did it with a
That is interesting. You're quite a fabricator there. I mean, you're doing some stuff I wouldn't have thought of doing.
It just popped in my head one day.
And I guess you went up there, did some measurements on a square body and OBS and said, yeah, it'll
Started looking
work.
at it, and I had to replace the rockers on it anyway, and then it all kind of tied together.
Wow.
And it worked.
And you said you're trying
I
to
was
get
going
rid
to
of
use
this one?
this as my tool truck, and then I stumbled into the one out there, and I ended up driving that.
Oh. What do you think you can try to get for that one?
Dude, a couple grand would probably take that.
Okay. And it
I think I've
Probably
got papers
runs?
on that one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it ran when it parked.
when you parked it, yeah.
I'm sure the gas tank's manky,
Oh yeah,
but it's an OBS tank.
that is interesting. That's an OBS truck that he grafted that early square GMC cab and front end onto. He said it's OBS floor and frame and everything. It's
Really?
interesting. Yeah, it's
So
interesting.
it's an odd duck.
And then I guess this is another salvage yard save.
I towed
I'm backing into a pile of bricks.
I towed that car in here when I was probably 14 years old.
Oh, so you actually got it was
We
decent.
just now pulled that
When
thing
it
out.
did
of
drug
the-
out, the rear ends started to separate from the body.
I got this
Wow.
out for some derby guys. This
Oh.
one's- we're gonna cut the bumpers off of it, pull the drivetrain, and it's going
Wow.
It's going to the scrapyard.
I was just say, yeah, I see why the Derby guys wouldn't want it.
You want to?
I will.
I like the blocks of aluminum cans.
Oh, yes.
It's artistic, right?
Definitely take those out before you sell it for scrap. These are worth more.
You can buy those by the pound.
These might be worth more than all the aluminum than the rest of the car.
The old Pepsi in there.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep working our way down.
75 Plymouth Fury. I drove that one back in the 90s.
Is that a local car, meaning
Bought
this
that one in
East Texas?
Conroe.
Oh, okay.
It's got the Madisonville
Yeah.
color badge
Put
on
a-
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Back
Ian
then,
Stanley.
you could buy these things not running for about 75 bucks to put a timing chain in them and then drive.
Okay.
And that's what that one was.
Oh,
They
okay.
all needed timing chains.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a daily driver.
Your taillight was broken on this one anyway.
Would they have like a nylon timing chain or
Yes.
something? Okay, so it just wear out.
Plastic over here.
God
Oh,
bless the
okay.
70s.
And then,
South Houston, 1966, New Yorker.
This was
Rust bucket.
and that's my part of town, so I see why.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from.
Huffman. This is a Huffman.
Huffman car.
Oh,
Houston.
okay. So my parents live in
Oh,
Crosby.
they're rusted.
So the town next.
The stuff they showed me pictures of down there by Angleton and Lake Jackson.
Hey, look, it came home in one piece.
We go to Shawn's, and you have a car like this, and we're asking like, how much for the whole thing? Oh, you don't want that? As I'm like, well, it's a lot better than what we're restoring back home. Yeah. Wow. You have
Well,
to
here you can see the difference between a New Yorker and a Newport.
Oh, the roof.
Okay, so this is the New Yorker,
That's a hard top, that's a formal top.
and then this is. Oh yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I got plenty of them.
This one's a little bit better shape.
Yeah, this is a fresh find.
This one just came out of Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
It's only been here for a few days.
Oh, okay.
It's only begun to.
It's just starting to rust.
Yeah.
It still has plenty of rust on it. It's not as bad as a car from here.
Somebody could restore this, will they? Probably not.
Yeah. Well, worst case
The
scenario.
guy actually cared
Derby
about
guys
this
will want
car. He just put a brand new transmission in it. It's 383 car. Good driver.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Another Fury 1. Chrysler again. This is some. Shawn, don't you have one like this?
Yes, that's a 73.
Okay, yours is 73 also. Same color, I believe.
Yeah, it is. I think
Yeah.
this is a Newport. Mine's a New Yorker.
No, that's a New Yorker. I looked at the badge.
Oh, then they're both New Yorkers.
Yeah, this looks exactly like the one you've got.
Oh,
Yeah, this one's less rusty. It's rough.
Wow.
Somebody had already
You
relieved
know
it
what?
of
Does
its
this thing
engine.
actually have a good windshield? in it?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, what would I sell it?
Yeah.
It doesn't have a subframe. Although
He's
I will
talking
look
about
you up.
he's eyeballing the one at my
Yeah,
house.
his
It's
house.
complete with
His-
a total rot box.
Yeah, it's scrapped
My
out body,
green
but
one.
this is a good body. Quote unquote good.
It's probably pretty much gone too.
Yeah, the roof.
Dude, that windshield's good, Bill. That's rare. Those always
You know
break.
what? Keegan, but you don't have a frame put under it.
Well, I shot
Another
that
hearse.
We've got subframes for these things. I sold the subframe.
See if I can check this hearse out while they talk about that car. Yeah, straight up hearse here. No, I can't open it. Not much back there but hubcaps anyways. Looks like they've been parting this one out.
That's a 73 Pontiac Superior. Landau. I went all the way to Wisconsin in the winter to buy that car.
For this one?
Yes.
Really?
Because it's got a windshield that you can't find, and I needed that side light, that door glass
Okay.
for my other one.
Okay.
So that
Why'd you buy this for a cracked windshield?
It wouldn't crack back
windshield crack.
No.
there.
I wanted to see the fear.
I'm gonna
But-
break the windshield. throw it.
I assume you trailered this one back.
I think I tow dollied this.
Oh, tow dolly. Okay. I was just making sure you like didn't drive it back or something crazy.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
There's a guy in I can't remember the
Eau Claire?
Eau
Is it?
Claire,
Eau
Wisconsin.
Claire?
Yeah.
Okay. A Claire.
Pontiac
Oh,
guy.
yeah. I don't know. That's cool.
I can picture it on a map.
No, I assume the Pontiac ones are a little bit harder to find than the Cadillac ones.
I don't think they made quite as many of
Mm-hmm.
them, but the Cadillac. There's probably more Cadillacs. They still made a Cadillac commercial chassis at
Okay.
that time.
Okay.
Where the Pontiacs, basically, the Pontiac chassis is tough enough. All they did was extend it, so it's not necessarily a commercial car,
Mm.
but they're tough enough that you could build one out of it.
Oh, okay.
But as far as they did, I'm surprised it's a hearse. Most of them are ambulances.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That it's a 73 Pontiac Landau. Not super common.
Yeah.
Yeah, the glass is unobtainium.
Ah, I
That's the thing.
believe that. And it's cool, old Imperial here. What, you know what year this is?
58 Imperial.
Okay. Where'd you find this one at?
From Ore City, Texas. Northeast Texas.
Okay.
That was in a package of cars I exported. I bought 3 of them. 2 of them went to Australia, and this was the odd man out.
Oh, okay. It wasn't
That out the trip.
nice enough to ship out.
Yeah, it's good parts for it. Oddly, it's not as rusty as it should be, but nobody's ever gonna fix it.
Yeah, I see. I mean, it's probably not rare enough for someone to want to put the effort in, but it is an unusual looking car.
What makes these cars unique? One of the things that makes these cars unique.
not advertised.
So this is the last platform to use a full perimeter frame,
Okay.
except for the Imperials. They carried it over after 60, but these things were the first cars that I'm aware of that had curved side lights on them.
Oh, okay,
Which
yeah.
makes these really hard to find.
I bet. Yeah, it is curved. Wow.
And that was kind of a new thing. GM didn't adopt it till 65. It was a little bit ahead of its time in those regards.
It would be a cool car if it was nice, but yeah, like you said, it's just probably not.
Anybody's gonna
Yeah.
fix it.
But maybe some parts will live on another one.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I should advertise it.
Yeah.
That was-
What do you think you would try to sell this one for? 800, yeah. Yeah. Someone needs parts. Got to be worth that for something. Yeah.
It's just finding the right person.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
true.
really I'm getting where I don't market stuff hardly.
Yeah. And then was this mid 60s
This is
Fury?
rare, super low production, 67 Fury 1 2-door post.
Oh, nice.
And it's another one of those, you can find hardtops these years,
Okay.
but 2-door post, not so much.
Not so much on these, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean,
This one's not
it
bad.
actually doesn't look
This one
terrible.
came from Caldwell.
Okay. Caldwell, Texas.
Somebody should fix it because they are pretty uncommon.
I was gonna say, it actually looks like it's still quite
It's not that
restorable.
bad. It's got some bog on the quarter and on the fenders, but
Probably the window might be getting some water in there, but
I think the window dropped down in here.
oh, is that what happened?
Track, which isn't helping the car.
No, that's definitely not. But other than potential rust area, the rest of it is pretty damn
It wasn't
solid.
that bad.
Little bondo up here on the fender, but
Yeah.
the rest of the body seems straight.
If you find a C-body guy would appreciate it.
Okay, yeah. And then
Other than that, it's kind of a generic car, but if you're a Chrysler guy, they'd recognize
and this has got the same hood emblem, but definitely a different front end on it.
Yeah, this was a Plymouth. On it.
Something Fury 2 or something 2.
So this is a B-body car.
McNeil High School, that's cool. Staff.
This one came from Dripping Springs.
Okay.
I think I arm wrestled Shawn out of this. And why, I don't know.
Oh, it's a Belvedere too.
Belvedere, here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the surprise in this one is that I opened up the trunk and it had a pair of 340 Chrysler heads in it.
Oh, really?
Those are kind of unusual.
Oh, wow.
A trunk bonus.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Shawn. I said, do you ever just dig around in these trunks? Because there's got to be some cool stuff in some of them.
Now and then. And this car is not rusty.
I was going to say, when I shut the door, it was solid.
Find somebody that's trying to make a replica of the Adam 12, the first Adam 12.
Oh, okay, and that would be this car.
That's this one.
Oh, nice. What do you think you'd want for that if you were to sell it?
1,000, I think.
And most of these
I
cars,
think I've got paperwork on this one.
that one you do have a title for. Okay,
Yeah.
that's worth $500 these days in Texas alone.
Yeah.
Because it's $500 on average to get a bonded title these days. So
The car's a little bit banged up, but it's not rusty, and it's for a B body of this year. That's not bad.
yeah, this was actually one of the better ones you got out here outside. Yeah,
It doesn't really. Somebody could be taking better care of it than I am.
yeah. Is this a Monaco or no?
This is a Fury.
Fury. Okay, out of Louisiana, huh?
Yeah, this was a 76, I think, 76 Fury.
Okay.
Yeah. This
Big
was a
car.
big car. Small block. fleet car, but a fleet car nonetheless.
Okay, do you know what type of, like a police fleet or?
If it was a police fleet, well, it was,
Oh.
but it was like one of the. It wasn't a pursuit vehicle.
Mm.
It didn't have the 440. That Chrysler was actually selling fleet cars to the police with 318s in them to save them on fuel.
Oh, okay.
And that's what this one. Now, oddly enough, it still has a 140-mile-an-hour speedometer.
Yeah, I'm sure
This doesn't make
that little
sense
engine
to
get
me.
this big thing up there, huh?
Yeah, that might be a pretty tall order for this thing.
Yeah, I would definitely take everything an engine had. You got a little Grand Fury emblem there.
Yeah, it's part of the C-body collection.
Had air conditioning.
Yeah. That, I believe, was an HPD car. This was the subframe donor that you saw.
Oh, okay. And this was a HPD
Royal
police.
Monaco.
So this, oh yeah, I've seen old news clips. You know, old
Think
70s
Hill
news
Street
clips.
Blues.
Yeah, that roughly the same era.
Opening scene for Hill Street Blues
Yeah.
is the Royal Monaco's.
That's what they used in that too.
And why they had fold-up headlights on fleet cars, I will never know.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's the dorkiest thing ever. But it had the high performance 440 in it. And,
Yeah, and HPD had that kind of babyish blue color.
yep.
And this was one of them cruising the streets, keeping everyone safe.
Drivetrain has gone. Drivetrain and rear end and 140-mile-an-hour speedometer on Australia.
Okay.
Blues Brothers replica that I sold a friend of mine.
Oh, you had one of those?
Yes.
Oh, I wish that would have been here. That would have
Very,
been sweet.
yeah.
Wow.
I had the car. I didn't paint it. He's actually painted it up and gotten the decals and everything.
Really?
And he wanted the correct motor for it.
Oh.
I said, well, I've got
And
it.
that's
if you
it.
want to build it. So
Wow. Wow.
he relieved me of it,
Oh, wow.
and I'm left with this.
Was this in decent shape when you got it, or was it pretty much like this? It was like this, so it was beyond help.
It was.
That would have been cool to restore an old HPD ar, you know.
It is exceedingly hard to find fleet cars that are salvageable.
That's true. They
It's
wear the
very
hell out.
unusual.
That's true. They get worn
And
the hell out.
they're getting pretty valuable too.
Are
at
they?
this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
There's a following.
Okay, yeah, I believe it.
Everybody's got their kink, and there's some people that are, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I would own one.
Yeah, yeah. And then this one's cool.
63 Chrysler Newport.
It's got the old engine in
That's
there.
an interesting car because that's the 361 or 362 Chrysler Big Block 3-speed floor shift in a Newport, which is very strange.
Huh. That is interesting. I bet it'd been fun to drive.
Yeah. And I think it may have been a fleet car of some kind. I don't know
Oh, really?
why they would have. I've seen just a few of them that were floor shift. I mean, it'd be like having like a Buick LeSabre with a floor shift. It's just not
Oh.
something you would expect people to buy. But
Yeah.
apparently Chrysler sold it in
Interesting. Where'd you get this one out of?
Hawkins, Texas.
Okay.
The guy showed it to me. He said, "Check this out. This is a weird car. It's got a floor shift." I went,
That's-
That's cool. And
yeah,
then I
it's-
drove home, and about a week later, I went, "Holy crap! That thing's got a big block bell housing in it." I said, I went back to him. "What do you want for it?" $500. I'm like, "I'll do it.
Wow.
I'll buy it."
Wow. And was it this shape when you got it, or did it
I
run you?
sold part of the front clip off of it. That went to Australia to fix a car that got wrecked.
Oh, okay.
So it's donated some parts.
Wow.
It's got more to give. It's got an 8 3/4. It's got the bell housing still in it. 3-speed. If somebody wants a 362, that's still there.
Wow. Yeah, these would have been some really interesting cars back in the day.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of good little tidbits off of them that'd be cool to have.
Yeah, it's, as long as I'm messing around with the C-body stuff, it's worth. I mean, almost all of these things would have been crushed by now, pretty much. If
Wow.
somebody hadn't. I've intervened in most of these.
Yeah, that's kind of a similar thing with Shawn. He's been saving a lot of them. That usually, yeah, save this one. It's like, well, that's good. Even though they'll eventually, you know, they're not going to ever be hit the road again. At least parts of them are going to survive.
They're not going to live forever, but
No.
forestall it a little bit.
Yeah,
Might help somebody. Right?
that's true. So what happened to this one?
I was towing it.
Oh, really?
I had it hooked up to that Suburban.
Oh,
On a
man.
tow bar. That guy had a blowout, and it sent me into the ditch.
Is that rake load bearing?
So what?
Yeah. Yeah, it seems safe. So you were hauling it with that, and then they both flipped, I assume?
I went end over end at some point.
Really?
My seatbelt. I went out the quarter window, I think.
And where was that at?
Walsenburg, Colorado, on Interstate.
Oh, so you were a long way from home too.
Yeah, I spent a week at
Not
the
that
hospital
far.
with a broken neck.
It was less than 1,000 miles from here.
That was a great. I had it dressed up like a 75. That was a 90 with a body.
Oh.
It'd 3,500 5-speed.
Wow.
I mean, I set it up just the way I wanted. That thing went everywhere.
Wow. Wow.
That was all over the.
Man.
The blue Coupe de Ville that's in the shed basically was the do-over on this.
Oh, so you got that one after this? Yeah. So this one, I'm assuming, was pretty nice before it rolled.
Nice, yeah.
I was gonna say I don't see a lot of rust.
It was not a rusty car, and it was in a lot better shape when I hooked it up.
Wow. That's a sad story, but at least you didn't get hurt.
I should have been a quadriplegic.
Wow. Oh my God.
I got lucky.
Damn. Yeah, that is insane. That's a scary story. That Ford's pretty solid looking. Is that it would have been like a cop car too, right?
I don't think it was a fleet car.
It's weird. It's a non-vinyl top car.
That came from the Montgomery County Auto Auction, probably 1990, I think. I bought that.
Yeah, it looks like the last time it was registered was 90.
I put my hand up for that thing.
Why?
He was probably trying to get the beer guy to come over to
I
him.
already know him. He already
See if I could look in here.
We gotta wait a little bit now for your place to dry out again.
It was a nicer version of the one I was driving.
Damn.
Car bombers looking pretty rough.
This is basically the same car underneath it.
Yeah, same car.
Oh, you have a tree growing into your white sedan.
I almost feel like I might get this car might slide off and pin me in here. It's almost like this Russian hatch cover, a little newer, I think. A little different body style.
You know I'm gonna
Another Ford here.
You need four more LTDs.
Mims Baptist Church. Damn, we got another car under here, another Ford. And this one from McMorris. Man, he's got 20 cars stacked up in here. Wow.
You need four more LTDs. Excited about that, but hell, I'm not somehow.
This is
Dude, that's a
cool looking
piece of
Dodge.
Yard decorating.
That is a
That's
cool
what,
looking
60?
Dodge.
That is a 60 Dodge Dart Seneca.
And you have a title for that.
The Dodge Dart
Wow.
started as a full-size car.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what they look like. I had a really nice one, and this was the parts car for it.
It had air conditioning.
I mean, it should be a lot
The Hang-On
worse.
King Air unit.
It was an El Campo car, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's down near our
That
way.
there's anything left of it at all is amazing to me.
Wow.
That's the first of the unibody cars, or subframe cars, I guess you could call it. That's also the first car to use a computer-aided design. This car lived numerically on a computer first.
Interesting.
Believe it or not.
I don't know if we'll be able to get back there so pan back to real quick. And what's this guy? This Buick?
68 Buick. 250,000 miles on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it got used.
Like that 91 Blazer we bought, he said it has like 300,000.
Did you drive this one in?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Many years ago.
10 years ago?
Well, no, many years
Oh,
ago.
many. Okay. Okay.
It ran in the time change spun out on it.
So
That was the end of that.
So your early square body, your early square bodies end up not being early square bodies. Is this an actual early square body, or is this like a
That was
04
the same
Tahoe that you've converted over?
Silverado. My dad bought that from my uncle in 81, I think.
Okay, so it actually isn't early.
80 or 81. We moved down from Colorado in that thing.
Oh, you moved here from Colorado.
I sat
Okay.
at the back of that truck for 1,000 miles.
This one's actually not that.
What year did you say it was?
79.
Okay. Is that the 73 Ford grill?
Yeah, it's got an early grill.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
the best looking grill.
The only thing
Yeah, it is.
original
It's
on
nice.
that truck is probably the gas tank at this point.
Oh, wow.
The frame, the clip, the cab. That's the third or fourth
Ironically,
bed.
that's
Yeah.
the first thing that needs to be changed to get it back on the road.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to throw that out now too.
Damn.
It was the rear end. The rear end finally went bad somewhere in West Texas.
You really get that perception that this thing's going to just come right at you any second. Like an avalanche, suburban avalanche.
Strap-a-lance.
Yeah. Now this looks like a pretty decent car.
Yeah, I bought that one in Vivian, Louisiana the other day.
Oh, just the other day.
Yeah, that's a new
So it's a new arrival.
Ford keys?
Four keys in the Dodge.
Ford key. There's one ignition.
That door's either locked or...
stuff on this one.
There we go.
This one should see the road again. I don't know if it will.
How much for this one?
Did I get papers on this one?
He was looking, he told
He
me.
was supposed to send me. It probably depends on whether or not I get a title for it. I could tell you, I'm 500 into it, and I don't want to lose money. And it has a lot of parts I care about on it.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't sell it.
Does he have any more of these out there? Any more of the mid-70s? Really?
There's like a Impala maybe here. Oh, he's got his engine room here. And then looks like lumber and different things up there. Interesting. It's like a Chevy. I don't know the year. Late 60s, early 70s. My guess. Looks like this one's been here a while.
He's not going to have this.
Let's see here.
It'd be a few hours of.
So what's the story on your Chevy here?
I bought that from Jody Donahoe, air traffic controller, when I was about 13 years old or so, for probably $150.
Wow. What year is it?
73.
Oh, 73, a little newer than I would have
drove
thought.
this one. It was a driver.
Oh, that's cool.
It now has a big block Chevrolet in it and a 4-speed, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
It's really strange.
See if we can look in there. I can't quite open the door. You got some stuff over here, and I don't want to ding it up. Oh, the interior's, yeah, in there.
It's got a little bit of,
Too shabby.
hopefully this thing hasn't been rusting.
It doesn't look like it's faring too bad under here.
I've tried to keep it undercover. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's the only spot I see it.
I guess I should have known
I've
it
got
was.
one of those.
Yeah, I figured you did.
I guess I should have known it was 73 because it's got the big ugly bumperettes you were talking about earlier.
Government bumper on
Yeah.
the front, but not on the back.
Oh, really?
73, they had to have them in the front. 74, they had them front and back.
We wanted to ease into it, I guess.
Yeah, that was, well, they were following orders.
Yeah,
pretty much.
that's true.
What is this?
Another Grand Fury here. Looks like its body's pretty decent shape. We're missing on its glass.
That's a parts car. That was a fleet car. Where's the T in there? Grand Fury.
Wow.
And I think 400 in that one, if I'm not mistaken. That one came from Gladewater. Gilmer or Gladewater?
Gladewater, Florida or Texas?
This one, oh, this was Gilmer. This was Gilmer.
Northeast
Gilmer,
Texas.
Texas.
Oh, Gilmer, okay.
This is the Longview area.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the Pontiac here.
My teacher sold me that car
I
when I was in 10th grade.
Really?
I drove that one.
Oh, wow.
76 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Oh, wow.
Bucket seats, 350, 400 car.
Oh,
It was rusty when I drove it.
oh really?
Back in the 90s.
Okay.
That's a parts car, another 73.
You see, now we're getting to cars you got to really be dedicated if you want to go get a close-up of them, huh?
Yeah, that's
73 Impala.
73 Impala, 69 Caprice, and another 73 body that the
Up here.
guys are fighting over.
Ah, and this 69 here.
69.
Oh, yeah.
Bumper on the front.
Yeah. I like that. See if I can get back here and see what's behind them real fast. Don't know if I should try to open the door when it's got... Probably shouldn't open doors when they got cars on top of them, but it's got an interior, probably not the greatest.
Yeah, this was rusty when I got it.
Ah, I like the old Chevy decal there someone put on there.
That was a Willis car.
Which one is?
This one.
This one's from Willis, which is 10, 20 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And then, do you know where these all came from?
This one came from down the road.
Okay.
No, this one was the body that used to be on that car.
Oh,
And this one came from Rogers Road, just down the
Oh.
down the way a bit.
okay. What's left of a...
These, when you go this far back in time,
Uh-huh.
these were mostly all local cars.
Oh, okay. Before you...
Dragging stuff all over the continent back then.
And then another just 80s
Square body
truck.
junk that Shawn's going to end up with.
And then what is this here?
78 Mercury Grand Marquis.
Okay.
It donated its guts to the Australians.
Okay.
Oh, wow, look at that. Plush. Very plush.
That was a
Very
nice car
comfy.
when I got it.
Thing actually has some decent interior stuff in
Really
it.
nice.
It does,
It's
yeah.
totally trashed now.
Wow.
Oh, there's a Ford please don't litter bag in there.
Yeah,
Wow.
this was a 460 car, which means it had a Ford 9-inch.
Is that panel a bolt back
Another
there?
Ford back here. Is this Thunderbird?
Literally gone.
This is a Thunderbird or
Torino.
Torino?
Wow, that thing got whacked.
Yeah, I told you about that. I told you it got popped hard by a tree. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, man, that thing took a lick. Remember I went wandering back here?
All right, so we've come back around to the shop, and I was such a, I don't know, there's just so much to look at. I didn't even notice you had cars in here. So I'm assuming these are more prized vehicles in here, correct?
This is Shawn's.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna say that one looks familiar.
This one came from northern Arkansas. It's coming back to life.
Okay, so he got it. It was really nice original, but it wasn't in running shape. Yeah. So he's
HEI ignition, servicing brakes, brake hoses, master cylinders, slave cylinders, transmission service.
Oh wow.
Power steering hoses, belts, everything.
Just kind of
back the bearings, everything it's going to need from city. New fuel tank, fuel lines.
So just kind of going through everything, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It had a decent interior on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the paint was nice on it. It lived on the dirt roads of northern Arkansas.
Okay.
The front end needed a little bit of work.
Which are definitely worse places for a car to come from than northern Arkansas.
Yeah, it's not really rusty. It's got a couple little specks of rust, but it's.
Yeah, I saw this at his house not too long ago, and it was impressive. It's a very nice original vehicle. Oh, here we go. You get a better interior view. Here's the windows down. So you're just going through mechanically, so it should be running like a top when it leaves here.
He'll drive this one out.
Oh, nice. It's got like his boxes of new parts back here.
Yeah, it's all the empty boxes.
From the new parts you put on it. Yeah. So that one's Shawn's, but yeah, that's gonna be a good little car there.
He called up. He said, "Bill, tell me why I shouldn't buy this car." I'm like, I'm not the guy to talk.
Yeah, you
about
don't.
This, man.
Yeah, not talk you out of buying it. I can talk you into buying it. Yeah, exactly.
What do you want me to say, man?
That's funny. And then looks like that's going.
Caddy,
yeah.
Transformer Cadillac. This is a project. This is a '66 Fury.
So that's getting the full treatment right there, huh?
Yeah, this one went into the dip.
Oh, nice.
I'm painting this thing, taking it down to 0 and rebuilding it.
So was it this Solomon you got, or did you do it?
Yeah, this one came from Union Gap, Washington, by Yakima.
Okay, now Eastern Washington.
Central South.
Okay, so pretty dry.
So it's high dry desert.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is another one of the two-door postcards I love so much.
Oh man, it's gonna be nice.
They probably made 6,000-7,000 of them.
Okay.
Not a common car.
Wow. And I guess that's your paint booth in there?
Paint booth. Dad's got his C4 Corvette.
Oh yeah, 80s. Oh, 90s.
Yeah. He's going to get that thing back together and sell it.
Whose is that?
That's my father's.
Oh, your dad's. Okay.
Yeah. It
okay.
Needs some paint work. He whacked a deer with it.
Oh man.
So that's triggering a respray on that guy, and then it's up for grabs. That's 62 Cadillac Devil.
Oh yeah.
And pieces. All the stuff that's in the bus back there.
That's it. This car. Okay. Looks like you got is that fit?
Secreted underneath.
Oh yes.
The tarp is a '66 Dodge Polara that I sometimes forget that I own. That's been pretty much fully restored. And again, I forgot why I left it there.
That's interesting. I like the little model body. Is that homemade?
I
or?
made that when I was a kid.
That is
I was
cool.
just pounding metal with a hammer. And,
okay.
Yeah, that was.
You made that with metal?
Yeah, it's a metal.
Oh, that's cool. Can I go see it?
Yeah.
That is really neat. I knew the size was off. I've never seen a model that size, so I knew it would be something different.
I don't know what scale it is. I had a frame for it one time, but it was a.
Look at that. That is really cool.
10. Yeah.
And you were how old when you made that?
I was a little kid. I was probably 12.
That is
10, something like that.
That is impressive.
I didn't get to making the doors for it, the rest of it, but
that is cool.
Yeah.
Made out of like beer cans or?
It was tin. I don't remember what it came off. It was probably like flashing.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Flashing
like
tin,
roof
so
flashing.
galvanized.
That is really cool. That's impressive.
Yeah, I messed with stuff like that.
I mean, you could have said you hammered it out like a year ago and I'd have been impressed, but as a 14-year-old?
Yeah, I was a little kid.
That is cool. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is going to be nice when you get it done too. That is really cool.
I would sell that if somebody wants to take it from this state in pieces. This is a rust-free car. Winnemucca, Nevada.
Okay.
This thing came from high-dry desert. The bottom of it's painted, body color. I think I stripped and painted the frame, I think. I have all the parts for it. Really tight body on it, but it's in pieces.
So it's solid, it is complete, but it is stripped.
It comes with a school bus full of loose parts.
There you go.
The car, and that's what's going to scare people off. Only rust I found on this car, I think, was right by the
heater box.
box right there.
Okay.
And there may be like something on the trunk floor. Maybe it's been so long I don't remember, but it's super solid.
What do you think you'd get for this?
I would be open to offers on it.
Okay.
I mean,
So if anyone open offers and they're interested,
take it all in and then decide. And
Okay.
then I'll probably, if it's reasonable, I will probably go along with it.
okay.
If somebody, I will be so impressed that somebody takes the project on that I'm inclined to do them a deal.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
could get some of my shot back.
There you go. And then it's impressive how many. Okay, oh, so you have a can. I was wondering,
Yeah,
were you getting all the cubes of cans? You have your own can crusher.
Yeah, that's where the.
So the locals bring you the cans, or you just drink this many aluminum beverages?
I pick up cans from the corner pub in Conroe, Texas, because I play there a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, it's homemade
Look
candy.
at that. Oh, that's cool.
Kind of fun.
That is cool. Like a little car crusher.
Yeah, it's actually it's fashioned after the Bonfiglioli crusher.
Okay. So you don't have to feel bad that you're crushing the car because of cans, but you can pretend like you're crushing a little car.
Just do that instead.
So you're moving levers quite a bit, so you kind of have to know what you're doing. You can't just go there and pull a lever down and expect it to be a
kind of
cube.
operate it.
And then it just turns them in these little cubes, huh?
That's it.
He's got a whole can crusher here, yeah. That's cool.
Mechanical project.
That is neat.
I dreamed up that while I was working offshore. Came home and
I've
did it.
actually never
Wait,
seen
you made
that
this?
used. Never used.
You made this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
it's a one-off. Yeah.
Really? So you made it to cube aluminum cans?
That's it.
Oh, wow, okay.
I was intrigued by the Bonfiglioli design, and I wanted to
So what
imitate it. So
were
but
these
it had-
components originally for?
This is a lift cylinder off of Michigan loader. These 4 cylinders are tilt cylinders off of a forklift.
Okay,
These are off of a John Deere commercial mower.
okay.
The spool valve came from a forklift.
Wow,
And
so
the
it's
rest of it's just steel.
really
flat iron.
wow, so it's really engineered to completely new. That is really
Yeah,
cool.
it was an interesting project. 'Cause it's like, where do you start? I know
Yeah.
what I want it to do, but you've got to find a component.
Mm-hmm.
And with this one, I started with the 4-foot stroke on that. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, we'll design it around this cylinder and then reverse engineer it.
Okay, that is cool.
But it was an engineering challenge. I've never built something that complex from scratch.
Okay,
Before,
wow.
without, I don't do computer-aided design or anything like that. So
That's cool.
It didn't get to live virtually. It
Just real
had
world.
to start.
That's cool, man.
It's, I had a couple projects like that. There was that's a press I built to stamp out ceiling tiles.
Oh yeah, that's really
That's
cool.
another junkyard.
And those things go for some money, so but yeah,
Yeah, it was an idea I had to try to make a little side hustle.
that is really cool.
Still working the bugs out of it. It
Made
does
your-
work.
Made your own die and all that, huh?
Yeah, this I've got one die I made, and then I happened to find something that worked as a die to do this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the hard part. It's the die.
Wow.
The machine's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Wow.
built that thing probably in 3 days, but yeah, the die.
Yeah, that's the work.
That's a different skill set.
I bet. Wow. Well, I got to tell you, I really appreciate you letting us come around, and you got some really cool stuff, and then stuff I wasn't even expecting to see like this. It's really neat. So, and you said you got into the cars when you were a teenager. You just started getting the local cars,
Probably
doing some horse trading a little bit.
12, 13 years old, something like that. I mean,
Wow. So you've been doing it for a while.
trade hay for it.
Yeah.
Most the old stuff just came from around here.
Okay. Yeah. Back over here.
Different farms and stuff around here.
Wow.
Drug stuff home from Willis when I was a kid.
And it's always been a hobby, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not really like a
I've
main.
led a lot of different lives, but yeah, this is always come back to this.
That's cool. And you said you play a bar, so you're a musician too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
player.
What do you play?
Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, Little Led Zeppelin.
That's cool.
Rock, more of a rock guy.
Okay, that's cool. Man, yeah, quite a man of varied interests. So, that's,
Kids going away.
yeah.
That's one of the things with Montana. I'm trying to get as much stuff out of there because it's getting These are places I've gone to for decades.
And they're
it's-
wiping them out.
And it's.
I'm seeing the tail end of these places, and it's incredible.
And it's still incredible. And then they're not selling it to you. I don't get it.
Well, it depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
a tough thing.
Yeah,
The scrap guys seem to get better deals.
That's crazy that they would rather just sell it to them where they know they're going to
It should
destroy
be
it.
the
than
opposite.
sell
I'd
it.
be
You would
more
think you
inclined
would.
to sell stuff to someone who's going to take it
Yeah.
somewhere else and give it a new home or use it for parts or something. Get good out of it besides just killing it.
It's very unusual that they would do that. It's almost like they do it just because.
It's a little
people
spiteful.
die,
Yeah, spiteful.
and then the states have to be dealt with.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think that's one of the main drivers. 08 was a big one. That took out.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
took out. That was a blowout. I mean, that wiped. There's a lot of places I don't even bother driving anymore because I know everything's gone.
Wow.
But yeah, these were some holdouts that somehow lived through 08, and it's just the states.
Yeah.
People die off, and
Well, it's a shame that the people that are
scrap guy
inheriting them
wins.
are. Yeah, and it's a shame that the people
sadly.
inheriting them would rather see them get crushed than see them continue on. But
Yeah.
I guess what it is.
the people that have the big collections are overwhelmed by it, and it's the whole having to deal with the public on it. And you know, at some point, the payout's pretty good to just stand back and let it happen.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
But there's kind of a race against the clock as far as
Yeah.
Montana goes to get as much of that stuff. That's why there's a lot of out of state stuff around.
Well, that's cool. No, that's really cool. And hopefully I can keep saving it because I would love to save it, but my wife isn't as understanding. And right now, with 2 teenage boys and an almost teenage daughter and the mortgage and everything, it's just the money is not there for me to save anything other than a few measly things here and there.